You know what?
What?
I got these energy drinks from the reject shop, right? They were called Wicked or something. And that was such a good replica of Red Bull. Just tasted like Red Bull. But they were only $3 for 4.
20 minutes to 9. Jamiroquai, travelling without moving, ABC North Coast.
When we go out to the farm, I can finish off the bank bit.
It's not finished.
No, well, they did a good portion of it, but then the battery ran out, so I've got to charge them up. What do you mean? You did a good job where
Year to date was 1,000.
Right.
In East Ballina, rainfall figures for July from Don were 125 per month. Year to date, 1,479. Hi Bridie, says Susan in Ulstervale. For July, I had 186 mil. And for the year, 1,493 mil. Thanks to a kind neighbour for recording all the rainfall while we were away.
Our tradition since 1993 is Saturday Night Country.
I wrote this love song for a town from the perspective of someone that's growing old and can't be there anymore.
I think there's a need for face-to-face stuff to happen in rural Australia.
Join icon Becky Cole for contemporary and classic country music tracks.
We ended up sorting out our differences and became pretty good mates ever since. We just kind of let it happen.
Saturday Night Country, the home of country music. We're online and on ABC Radio.
Joey Grafton takes Friday good morning. My 25-year-old laptop still produces Windows XP 97 to 2000 papers. Refuses to connect to the internet with glitches like unreliable on-off switch. Occasional inconveniences from my 25-year-old laptop. Do you have a vintage computer that still does the trick, or still fire up from time to time just to see what it was like to fiddle on those old computers we had today? Today, the 1st of August, is World Wide Web Day. Coming up after 9 o'clock, we'll be talking about your vintage computers from back in the day. Steve from Casino also wants to remind us that the 1st of August is also officially the birthday for all horses. Yes, it is the horse's birthday today. Thank you very much, Steve, for reminding me of that auspicious date. You might remember the Disability Royal Commission. It ran for years, 4 years in fact.
It's also the hairdresser's picnic day.
Mostly from within the disability community. As you may have been hearing in the news this morning, the government response has left some disability advocates bitterly disappointed. Of the 172 recommendations made by this Royal Commission, the government has accepted in full only 13. Another 117.
Why do they get a picnic day?
In principle. And some of the key aspects like phasing out group homes.
Because the blue collar have always been in a fight with the mayor.
Not committed to at all by the federal government. Emma Rennie spoke
And we're blue collar and blue collar fight together. So we have things like picnic days, family days, unions. Not like the elites.
And most
every day's
recently I
picnic day,
worked in First Nations disability policy at a national level.
So when you saw the government response today, or the overview of it, what was your initial reaction?
I haven't had a chance to go through it in detail, but I've had a really broad look at it, and I think, initially to see that, only 13 recommendations have been fully accepted out of 222 recommendations is disappointing right out of the gate. The government was supposed to respond by March this year, and then they took additional time, which was fine. But 13 out of 222 is not great. And also to see that any recommendation relating to segregation, so special schools, group homes, supported employment settings, that they're completely unaddressed still. I would have hoped that we would have got an indication around what the government might be thinking on there. I will acknowledge though that we have got some commitments to work with state and territory governments to implement supported decision-making frameworks, which is really welcome, and also some commitments around restrictive practices and making sure that we remove and reduce those as much as possible.
So there are some silver linings here, you think?
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, 13 accepted recommendations is great. That's 13, moves forward in regards to people's rights and people, being able to access all the things that they need and be treated in the way that they should. So that's, I don't discount those 13. And supported decision making is such a big thing that the disability sector and disabled people and their families have called for a really long time. So a commitment.
I wonder if Jamie's done anything about moving up, whether he's like looked at, jobs or looked at
restrictive practices. So any
training or
positive moves forward in reducing that is also really welcome.
But it seems like when I look at, I guess, a lot of the response I'm seeing from across the disability sort of advocacy space and employment space today.
Can you get off your phone?
That's alright, we were just in a bad mood, so I didn't talk.
That reflective of your views as well?
And
Definitely.
I'm in a bad mood, it's just you.
what do you mean? Yeah, see, so I was minimising the me.
117 in principle. Not sure what that means. We need to have more detail on what the government means by, specifically.
I know I can be a bit too much sometimes. I know
People really
showing it,
invested in the Disability Royal Commission. It was something that we had called for decades.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I need to start making appointments with schools and stuff too.
Campaigning for me and the people around me. And then when I think back, to the people who gave evidence.
Yeah, like he started to like
put
pack up and
out
stuff.
there to tell their story and
Yeah, that's a
really traumatic thing.
That's spring cleaning, and we're coming into spring versus,
Oh no,
I'm moving.
Yeah, he's serious. Because I think the lease is up in his place, and they're going to put the lease. I don't know. The landlords are cunts, and they're like it's owned by the Catholics, right, or something, like the church. Fucking I don't know. Half the time when he talks, I don't really.
Something that you flagged off air a moment ago.
I know, that's really awful, isn't it? No, I do, but sometimes he wants to chat and I don't. You know what I mean?
About how the federal government is approaching, I guess,
often
access for
happens
people
to
with
me.
disabilities and rights for people with
Yeah.
disabilities.
Sorry, I'll shut up then.
Yeah,
No, but
we had the NDIS
no, I don't really mean.
You know that came
You know what I mean?
from that, which many are also still largely unaddressed.
No, I think it's just lonely.
Most recently is
To get on
the NDIS amendment bill, which has triggered a lot of concern from the disability community that in relation to NDIS and how people access it, what supports they can get, what their rights are under that scheme, that there's a lot of fear. I really feel for the community at the moment that there is so much fear and uncertainty around what's going to happen, and this feeling, I think, that we're losing rights rather than gaining more under a lot of the reforms that go on, and hopefully that's not the end result. Hopefully, it all comes together in positive ways and positive reforms. But certainly there's a lot of fear and uncertainty at the moment that it doesn't feel like that. It feels very uncertain, and we're just not sure where we're heading with it.
Given that sense of uncertainty and fear in some cases, what would you like to see?
You've pushed all this down to burn it, and they still haven't burned it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's because they've been having so much trouble with the mill.
Have they been having lots of trouble?
Massively.
So co-design.
They've had a fucking terrible run.
We really need
Not
to
like
be
last
part
year.
of coming up with the solutions and what things look like. We
Couldn't have
know
been any
that
more
the
of a
government
perfect run.
moves ahead and acts on behalf of any community without their input and involvement. They often get it wrong, and then they have to go back and relook at things and change things with the involvement of those communities that are impacted. So we strongly urge that the government come to us now, and NDIS reforms that we're a part of that, and Disability Royal Commission recommendations that we really get to have a say and have input the whole way through to make sure that it's the best possible outcome for everybody.
I'd love to hear from you on this subject. Are you someone who lives with disability, or are you a carer in the Northern Rivers? There are 4 million Australians living with disability right now.
Yeah, I'm living with someone with
What
a
would you like to see the government do? Get in touch, 0467.
I am actually. TPD.
It could be in regards to
No,
the Royal
it's
Commission
not a thing.
findings, the government's response to that, or the
Turtle
NDIS in general.
Did you check your emails?
Yeah.
Did you get your ADHD fucking report?
No.
I just put down extreme.
No, but I'm glad you finally recognise it, because I tell some people, they're like, yeah, right. I'm like, I am, I really am. And they're like, yeah, everyone's like, and I'm like, no, seriously, everything, even from like, they're like, you know, these characteristics of being neurodivergent, flexible, yes, clumsy, yes.
Chatty Cathy in the car, I was telling her about you.
Yeah.
And I said, like, you know, and her son has also got it, and she goes, oh yeah, you know, like a diet change could really fix that. And I'm like, and I go, and I thought to myself, well, that's not an unfair thing to say, because like, you know, I sort of like looked at it, but until you see it up close and personal,
Yeah.
and actually see it
Weekdays at noon on ABC Radio
and live with it,
Bridie Tower on ABC North Coast.
and you go, listen, you know, Milesy can change his diet like all he wants, man. They don't change on what's happening in that little kid's head.
Yeah.
And other ADHDs that are just fucking like off the fucking planet.
Yeah.
Shit cunts. Yeah, just need some discipline.
But I mean, I think the thing is that, so like, for instance, I was thinking about it the other day, like, I have this ideal of perfectionism that I want to live up to, so like, you know, like to have the flat clean, you know, and all of that. But firstly, the thing is, my way of living is chaotic, so I make more work for myself. But secondly, also, it takes me so much longer to do anything because of the mixture of side adventures and then also like just also then having this perfectionism on top of it. I want to get everything completely right, and then it all fails sometimes, you know. And so that life is so much harder. Like, things that are really easy for people for an admixture of reasons, really.
But those rights don't allow us to put that coverage on the app or on our website stream of the program. So that's why you might hear ABC Sydney broadcasting if you get us through the app or online. This morning the Olympics coverage was extended until 7:30.
And that's if I'm having a good day. If I'm having a bad day, I can't even get off the couch, you know, like.
They're incredible silver medal winners in the pool, and that's why you might have heard ABC Sydney if you were listening to the stream earlier, and why we took that feed up until 7:30 this morning. It's 7 minutes to 9 on ABC North Coast. And this morning we're celebrating 50 years of Mills.
They're doing that psychiatrist thing, but I lost the letter.
In their collection.
So I wanted to just bring this surgery and
One of the
get
authors,
the.
someone who knows something about
You
writing.
didn't lose it. Where is it?
No, I put it
Just think about where you had it, and it will be there.
in the bag with the things and the things.
In the bag with the things.
Yeah.
That narrows it down.
No, in the bag, I had it in the bag. I've been out to the farm, so I went to the GP, and then I went to the farm that day, and I did the lawn mowing, not the lawn mowing, the whippersnipping, and then I came back, and I brought the bag in with the batteries, and then later on I was like, oh, the next day, oh shit, where's that Centrelink certificate? I've got to do that, like send it to them, right? And then I found the Centrelink one, but I didn't find the psychiatrist one. I don't know what happened to that. Right out the window. I don't think so though.
I don't know how you can fix that, but
Medication. Medicine.
but you know, you needed a doctor's certificate.
Yeah.
You needed a doctor's certificate, and you went to the surgery in McLean, correct?
Yeah.
What time was that?
I can't. Oh, we're 12:15.
12:15.
Yeah.
Right, and then you had to wait a bit, so you would have got out of there. What? 1:30
Yeah,
latest.
then I went to the farm
Right. Why did you go to the farm?
because I was that way, and I wanted to do the Pacific.
No. You look at it like that.
Mm.
But the way you should have been looking about that day is the most important thing for me right now is that I've been cut off from Centrelink. I have the letter that is going to get me back. So no farm today. Surgery, letter, back to Thingo, sort that out, finish that task.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Farm tomorrow.
But then that I was looking at that from a petrol perspective too. You know.
More importantly, why you should have been going to Centrelink. Because now another Tuesday's gone by, no money. You see how it fucks you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway.
You know, like with your Depop thing. You know, I've got a great idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything in colours and I'm going to like stack it all away and do whatever. And I said to you,
I know.
don't do it like that.
But it's working for my way. My way's working. It is.
You know who it's not working for?
Yeah, but
Mate.
I'm not tidying it up. It is tidy because every day some more goes out and it diminishes the stockpile.
But see, you're always under the impression
Yeah.
that more choice is better. And if you do anything with marketing,
Yeah.
the first thing is take the choice away from the customer. Too much choice is not good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, let's just to see how it goes. Like, cause I'm doing all right, right? You know.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. It's all right. Well, I'll do it that way on eBay.
Any marketing, any advertising, if you're trying to sell anything,
Yeah.
you want a choice of 3.
Yeah. Why don't we do this way? Then we'll do it Michelle Bell's way for a month, and we'll do it Philby's way for a month, and we'll see whose month makes the most.
It's not about making the most.
It is actually.
It's not about whether you're making the most or you're not making the most. It's how you operate in that space and that business.
Yeah. Anyway, I know I'm listening to you.
Because
But
how many followers have you got on Depop?
it's 70.
Right. So this is how you should be running your Depop.
Yeah.
So you should have on there. How many listings have you got on there at the minute?
I don't know.
Like 200?
Well, probably yeah.
Right. You've got 200 things in your shop.
Yeah.
Right. You should have no more than 30.
Righto. Okay.
But then on your Depop, is there any sort of like front page or front cover or anywhere where you can?
Not really. Like you can have about like 3 sentences.
Perfect. And in those, is that per item or is that to explain your
Up
store?
the top of the shop. Yeah.
Right. So what in that 3 sentences, you just say these items are here, only for this week,
Yeah.
and there'll be new items. There'll be new items next week.
Yeah.
That does 2 things.
Yeah.
Number 1, it says to the person, rightio, fuck, if I don't buy it this week, it's getting taken off.
But most people don't read it. Yeah. Well, yeah, but. Yeah.
No, you don't read it.
No,
Most people would read it.
I don't think they would. But
They would.
Because I've tried other things up there and they don't just read it.
Well, it's all about your wording.
Righto. Listen, okay,
No.
I've noted and I'll do it.
No, because I haven't finished yet,
Oh.
and you've cut me off halfway.
Sorry, go on. Yeah,
Right?
noted.
And next week it will be refreshing. That puts two things in people's minds. Number one is that I didn't see anything this week, but she refreshes every week. I'll keep looking at her shop. If you put everything up together and people scroll through it, the whole thing.
They love it. Oh, great shop.
Yeah, you do.
No, they do.
No, you do.
No, they love it. I've said, there's lots of people that love great shop. Yeah. And I put the new bits at the front, at the top.
30 pieces.
Because a lot of people
is enough.
they go, oh, can you hang on to it because they don't have money, you know?
Exactly right.
Well, then if you go, you lose that sale.
You don't lose the.
People,
You don't lose the sale.
Not everyone's an electrician with money in the bank.
Listen to the person who has worked in fashion and who has done marketing.
Yeah.
And who was very successful at it.
I'm sure you were, and I'm quite successful at Depop. It's not retail, it's different. It's Depop, repop. It's different.
You just don't listen to what I have to say.
I do.
You don't respect
I
what I have to
do respect,
say.
but you know, you don't have to. Just because you have an opinion doesn't mean that I need to do that. Whatever you say. I said I'm listening, and like what I'm doing right now, I tend to be working, right? But if things were to, I would change tack then, you know. But it's not that I don't respect you. I do, but it's.
No, it's that you don't respect me.
I do respect you.
No, and the reason that you don't is because when the milk crates started to come,
Yeah.
and you injured yourself, cut yourself on a milk crate, and I go, how'd you cut yourself? I was cutting down milk crates. Milk crates? What milk crates? And then I found out that you'd stolen milk crates, and I was upset.
Yeah.
And I said, don't steal any more milk crates.
Yeah.
No, they're free. No, they're not free. They're people's property, and you're stealing them from
They
them.
keep putting that.
Listen.
Yeah.
So, and then you said, I'm going down, there's so many clothes in that. And I said, don't bring them back to the unit. I don't want the unit packed with wall-to-wall shit. It's too small a unit.
I know, but I've texted.
And so you don't listen to any of that. You steal more milk crates. You go and you pack everything up. And then I give you advice on your thing. And then you go, no, I'm doing it my way. That's showing disrespect on every level.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well,
You
no,
don't listen to my experience. You don't listen to what's affecting me in the unit.
No, but I don't let it affect you because I tuck it all away. You see, and you can't see it, and it's fine. And I
See, you missed the point.
no, but I don't miss it because look, it's
I love you.
you do.
But you're a fucko.
No, like it'd be like, you know, I don't know. Like if I said to you, Phil, don't wear lace-up shoes. I don't like them. But that you would still wear lace-up shoes, right? But that's not disrespect, though.
That's totally different.
No, it's not.
Because the lace-up shoes don't affect your life. You might think, he doesn't look good in lace-up shoes, so I'm going to mention that, hey, I don't like him in lace-up shoes. And then I will go, you know what, I'm taking on board that you don't like lace-up shoes, but they're functional for me.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm taking on board what you're saying, but this is functional for me, and it's fine.
But it's affecting me. The lace-up shoes don't affect you.
No, it's not going to affect you because I will tuck it all away. You won't even see it.
The house is a disaster.
I know at the moment it is because we had 2 cooked days. And the cooked days...
No.
Yeah, the cooked days mean no maintenance. Maintenance and I...
No.
Yes, that's the problem.
The bathroom is a Hawaiian luau.
Yeah, because I had to wash something to put it in the and I thought... I
So now I decided to wash the whole thing.
Yeah, because I thought, well, may as well... don't just
And who's paying for the electricity and everything for it? Me.
Don't just put one in the wash. Well, that's why I'm making it economical.
How do you justify this in your head?
To the weather around the state, a chance of showers along the coast and adjacent ranges. It'll be fine elsewhere.
Oh, I need a vape. I'm getting anxious.
16 degrees on
I Yeah, I need to read more reactions.
West. At the moment, it's 10 degrees on the coast and it's 13 in Pembroke. It's 9:09.
Hey.
It's so hard to live with
I
you.
know, but I love you so much, and we have the beautiful moments,
This is
don't we?
Bridie Tenner on
But it's
ABC
so hard.
We have the beautiful moments, and they're worth it.
Good morning. A couple of things observed on the 1st of
And I
August.
make you a better
One
person.
is World Wide Web Day. This
Because
day
you
is considered
tolerate
to be
it.
the
Yeah.
great
Yeah, and you
modern
do,
internet.
and you do it so well,
Have you ever
Boa.
been to a computer museum and enjoyed the novelty of clicking around, playing on the old
It's beautiful.
keyboards, looking at those big boxy computers we used to have?
Nothing in your head is logical. Nothing.
No, there is logic there.
No.
There is.
Shell bell logic.
You're right.
Best-selling book. Inside Shell Bell's logic.
Well, I know because it's very literal. I think the more I think about it, the more I am. The spectrum. Yeah, I do because I get stuck on things. You know, like you said, oh, you've got boots that are brown. No, they're not like those boots. Well, that's how it is in my head. No, it's not.
No.
Doesn't
Yes, you're right, they're brown, but they're not the same.
Yeah. No, because I've got same of the black and brown and the exact same model. I do have that, but they're not the same model.
The other thing that is celebrated on the 1st of August is horses' birthdays. All the horses have their birthday today. So I thought I'd play a horses.
And then when I say to you, what? And you're like, no, but they're not the same. And then you want to, and then you're so offended that I don't know that they're not the same. I'm like, you got a black pair and a brown pair.
Yeah, but one's not as hard as the other. And in my head, they're like chalk and cheese. It's how I understood Marilyn Nephrides so well. Everyone's like, they're all the same things. No, they're not. They're quite different.
Don't worry, I see it a lot in the professions.
What? Yeah.
Oh, not to your extreme at all. But that's why I get frustrated with engineers.
Yeah.
Because they want to decipher the slightest little. I'm like, what? In the greens? No.
But it's important.
But it's not.
You know how I see engineers in you? You know, have you ever seen the show Tom and Jerry? Yeah, like you're like the cat trying to catch the engineer's, his mouse. You just want to swipe him, don't you? I know, yeah. So compared to the cartoon one, like the shark one, I was. Yeah. Shark getting his bit with salt, pepper, shaker.
Try being me on a daily basis the way that mine works. Fucking hell, it's just fucking mind numbing most days.
What is?
Dealing with anyone.
I used to feel that too.
And don't suffer fools.
No, but I mean, no, Lord, like literally, sometimes I do think that people walk around without their fucking brains switched on. I would do that too, you know.
You do every day.
Yeah, I know, but when I was medicated, self-medicated, I didn't, you know, but that's what I miss. Look, I said it in my email to my GP. I said, look, the thing is, I can't live like this, you know. Like I'm not chasing being cooked. I know what that's like. Like when I used to do, you know, intravenous drugs that was being cooked. I don't chase that anymore. The reason I don't chase it is that I don't want to be disconnected from society, and you can't relate to people when you're like that. You know, you're just off on your own. But I just want to function. You know what I mean? I just want to function. So, you know. Different motivations, you know. I need help.
You smell something? Like something's burning?
No. I don't have any.
No, it's not sweet.
No. I did bring it, didn't I? Oh, yeah, it's chocolate. Is that cool? Oh.
Happy birthday to all the horses today on the 1st of August.
Yeah, cool, that one. I can't smell it, and I'm usually, my sense of smell is better than yours. It's like Miles's is wild, like it's like
Coming up for Tech Head Thursday,
us together, we're like
about the health impacts of 5G in our area. However, Australia is leading the way investigating the impacts of 5G. That's coming up next. Plus, we'll be talking about vintage computers for Worldwide Web Day, which is today.
The 2024 Paris Games are already being touted as the best Olympics ever. Everything has gone exactly to plan. This heavy metal twosome of Roy and HG, a trackside, same
You seen the beds at the Olympics?
The stars, the drama, the
They're
record-breaking
made out of cardboard, like the bases
Yeah.
are made out of like a hard cardboard,
yeah.
and inside is like
That's right, Roy.
shredded,
Radio, 11 o'clock, right here.
shredded like plastic bottles as the mattress. It's fucking like you wouldn't let it. You know, you would do it in like a homeless situation as some sort of environmental like whatever.
Yeah.
You don't do it for fucking high-end athletes that are trying to like win gold medals, you
But
know.
maybe they're really well engineered and comfortable.
And then the food
Yeah.
is just fucking shit house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've tried to go like green and like take away like all the protein,
Yeah. Oh, the protein. No, what protein? All the. Huh?
all the meat products.
Oh, why?
So there's hundreds of fucking vegan options and shit, and not only that is that, you know, like there was some like weightlifter
Yeah.
who comes in and goes, you know, all this and goes, oh no, I don't want anything that's out here. You know, can I have some lamb chops?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have 2.
And the weightlifter's going.
What the fuck?
Tell us about your
Oh, that's really not well thought out.
No,
Is it?
apparently it's a disaster.
Because I mean, if you're an athlete, like I mean, I know even diet. I mean,
And not only that, like the French pride themselves on fucking food, you know, being the
Yeah.
best in the world, and they were showing like the Bain Marie's and stuff of like the food, and it's just fucking dog shit.
yeah.
Like there'd be better food at our camp at work.
No, I mean, like, because it's so important. Like, it's really part of like their whole. Oh my god, performance. Do you know what though? I've really noticed is carbs, right? They're really important too. But
Yeah, surprisingly, they don't play many anymore.
so maybe they're getting lots of carb really.
So they've come a long way. But I spend enough time looking at screens to get back on that first computer.
Yeah, that's not good. But did they say that the beds are comfortable though, or not?
No, shit.
Okay.
Like there was,
Given that he was my younger brother, that was
Do they get
yeah,
like,
there was like an Australian film crew that went with one of the athletes like up to their room,
yeah.
and they were like showing them and pulling up the mattress and shit, and it was just shit.
Could you see the bottles? No.
They're shredded.
Yeah.
It's like confetti, like fairy floss.
And is it like, do they get double beds or
Single.
bunks?
No.
Oh, that's right. But you would think that well, I guess they're amateurs though.
Cardboard bunk beds. You didn't think that through, did you?
No, your cardboard could be quite strong. I've seen it.
Oh,
But listen, I mean, I guess
that specification.
they are amateurs. They're not professionals, you know. I mean, that's the whole thing about the Olympics. You're not supposed to make money off it.
what?
That's the way it was meant to be. It's amateurs, not professionals.
What has that got to do with
Well, I mean, it's not like you've got the bling bling world, like, you know, if it was
not the bling bling world?
yeah, like if it was like, you know,
So the best sprinter in the world,
yeah, nah, it's amateur though.
right?
Yeah. So it's like, not like the NBA.
I guess they'll go and join the professional runnings at some point.
Yeah, that's right. That's one where you can just use all the drugs you want. The drug Olympics. It's the CrossFit Games. That's what it is.
It's so hard to live with you.
Yeah. So come on, it's funny. I'm just staring you now. Come on. Oh, love you so much.
Hard work.
Hey, it's CrossFit. See, they've got all the good furniture and the good gear at the CrossFit Games. Did you see there's some dude in a wheelchair doing the CrossFit Games?
Yeah, I did see that. I've been keeping up with it. I've been following it. Like they're in Stockholm at the minute. Yeah, like I really liked what they did in Germany the week before at the games. Yeah, fucko.
It was something.
How the fuck would I know that there's even a CrossFit Games going on at the minute?
There is. I told you that the other day. But you know, because there's an Australian dude who's in a wheelchair and has gone over, and some other guy, he's like
Gone over where?
to the CrossFit Games.
Right,
So
where?
Somewhere in America.
Excellent.
And it
narrows it down.
And the person who wins it is
Small place, America.
Is the fittest person in the world. That's the title you're
Right.
looking for. And so there's some fucking 80-year-old bugger from Australia going over there. He's fit as fuck. Let me tell you. Yeah, they had a thing on it in the news, on the ABC about it. Yeah, that's what she is. It's so heartwarming. And so
Well, I was impressed with your numbers the other day because you did better than the best men's CrossFit ever.
But I explained it to you later. I said because in the workout of the day on the thing they only did 1 round, so we did 3 rounds. So that's how my reps were 3 times, like twice as much. Because I didn't know, right?
So you had to divide that by 3 or something.
No, because we were going on, and then I got a bit sick of doing the reps. So I said to Kaz, I said, what's a good score?
Because let's
Let's
cater to Michelle.
No, I said
we haven't got a group here, have we?
I said to Kaz, what's a good score? Now I wasn't doing it to sort of feel good about myself. I just thought, well, if she says, because I was up to 500 by then, or 600 or something, I would have backed off the gas a bit. You know what I mean? Like my work's done. I'm getting a bit tired here. I'll take a bit of a holiday. And she goes, oh, I don't know. And I'm not being competitive. I just want to know if I can be lazy here or not.
Oh.
But see, that's where people take me the wrong way because
Absolutely. I'm taking you the wrong way, and I wasn't even there.
They think I'm trying to be it.
Yes.
But I'm not. I just want to know if I can just relax a bit. because I was getting tired. And then I said, and I said, she said, well, what are you up to? And I said, oh, 505. And she I saw her go, oh, okay. Mouth open to bit. But they all know that Michelle's got one speed, and one speed only, that's fast. Right? I'm not there for a haircut. And I was like, and then I thought,
fuck, you would be the most annoying person to have in the car.
and I thought, oh gosh, I hope she doesn't think I was cheated. So I actually dropped about.
Oh my god!
I dropped about 20 off my real score because I thought, well, it would be nothing worse than if they think that I cheated.
And then they went back and studied the footage.
They probably did, and if they did, they would go, she gypped herself, you know.
Oh my god. Those poor women.
What? Why is it?
I'm going to give them a call and I'll say, listen, I'm happy to pay an extra 10 a week. Thank you for putting up with Michelle's nonsense week in and week out.
It's not nonsense. No, I mean, it's fair enough because I just want to know how hard I'm going to work. I don't want to. So the thing is with me, right? I don't want to do more than the prescribed amount. I'll do the prescribed amount up to then, and then I don't want to do extra.
Yes. Why would you do that? Why would you not push yourself for personal goals to try and just break your own stuff? Like, no, what we'll do is we'll just do the right amount.
That's right. That's right. So that's really cool. Sometimes when we're running, right, if Kaz or Miz is there, and then I'll just drop back because I think it's rude to come before them.
Yeah.
It is.
And already they think you're obnoxious. No,
and I just walk in slowly. I just let them go. You go, girls. Go. You
So
come before me.
looking to Australia
I do that.
to implementing
Oh,
5G.
I'm sure they appreciate it.
I think.
Hey, did you see Shell? She backed off.
Yeah.
You know, she's learning. She's learning.
Yeah. I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to show up the bride on the bride's wedding day.
Oh my god.
You know.
They must go. They must look at the list and go, she's not coming today. And then last minute, fuck!
Probably. I can't help it. I'm just me. I don't mean anything. You know, people just take me the wrong way. If that's not what I mean.
I'm not sure that what's in anyone's mind it is concerned about these things.
I mean, other people look at my calories on the roll and they compete. They can't do.
Look, you know, I've sort of done similar things. Like, you know, when I was training hard for my level 3. You know, when you go for level 3 in skiing,
Yeah.
On this Zoom chat that we're in right
it
now.
costs you a fair bit of money, and you got to put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like you need to put and I'm not a naturally gifted like athlete. Like, I have to work for it.
Yeah.
You know, like my brother's naturally good.
Yeah.
You know, like I went and played squash, and I'd been playing for 2 years, and I'd gone up like a couple of grades, and right at the end of 2.5 years, I got to play like in the top grade and got my ass handed to me every week.
Yeah.
My brother, who had never picked up a squash racket ever,
Yeah.
I decided that I had enough of playing squash,
Yeah.
and he decided to take it up.
Yeah.
Within 6 months, he was playing top grade. He'd never picked up a fucking squash racket ever.
Yeah. Squash is hard.
Surfing,
Yeah.
same deal. You know, we surfed. He sort of surfed like in and out. He was never like whatever. Hadn't stood up on a board in like 5 years, and he goes, oh, you know, I'll bring my board. He brought his old dinged up board.
Yeah.
I can paddled straight out at Byron Bay and caught a wave and surfed it like all the way to the beach. Like, he's natural.
Yeah.
Right? He's golf, same thing. Picked up a golf club, was fucking, you know, playing off 10 in no time.
Yeah.
You know, just he's naturally gifted. I'm not that at all. So when I was going for my level 3,
Yeah.
I'd worked really hard to get my level 2, and level 3 is another universe higher than that.
Yeah.
You need to be that good in every aspect.
Yeah.
And I'd nailed down like the physiology of it all, like the biomechanics and my lesson plans were good and well thought out, and my detection and correction was spot on. I had all that side, but the actual technical skiing side, like needed improvement, and I knew that it needed improvement, because you had to like race gates.
Yeah.
My mogul skiing was good and it was fast, but it wasn't technical enough. I wasn't taking a technical enough lines. My short turns were good, but my medium and long turns, like, the biomechanics, when you look at, so there was, and those little refinements when you get to that level take a lot of work.
Yeah.
So when they were dividing us up at the start of the season, and to go with our trainers that we would have like all season, so you turn up and you're going to go work at Perisher, or as the season starts, before you go and teach for the day, you train every morning. And the head guys, the really good guys, the trainers, they put you into like small groups of like, 3 or 4 people. There's not many. A lot of people like drop out because it costs money. It's a lot of effort. And your trainers are brutal, particularly if they're Austrian. Right? They'll just go, look, don't even bother sitting it. Like, you're not going to, you might pass all the theory, but you're skiing so far, you're miles away. Go ski some more and then come back.
What did you say? Your skiing is like masturbation. It feels good, but it doesn't look good.
No. And anyway, I was hoping for like one of these 2 guys. I was hoping to get. Because I like the way that they skied and I like their attitude and stuff. Anyway, I didn't. I got put with fucking this other dude who like I didn't respect. And like, because he's just different to me. He was like head race coach, which is what I needed. I needed that type of stuff. But I just didn't respect his skiing. When I watched him ski, I didn't like the way he skied. I thought he was a bit of a fucking arrogant cunt. So we jump on the lift and we're doing some stuff, and I'm like, and he said, how do you feel about your skiing? It was just an off the cuff question, and same as you, I just took it like a totally different way, and I'm like, I'm willing to work like really hard this year, and I just really hope that I find in the trainer in you that that we put in the hard work together and I can get this. And he just sort of like looked at me as if like, I don't give a fuck about you, man. I'm getting paid to like train, like you do you, And I was just sort of like really sort of misread the situation, that he actually gave a fuck whether I got my level 3 or not,
And you didn't
he couldn't fucking care.
You wanted to track to be.
I wanted this like, sort of like,
mentorship,
exactly right. Mentorship, fucking, I could really learn something off you because my racing shit.
And like you wanted to make him proud, but he had to take you under the wing. No worries, Phil. I'll spend the time with you. I couldn't give a fuck, mate. You do you. He didn't say that in those sort of any words, but And my headspace was in a totally Hollywood moment, and
not even a Hollywood moment. It was just, I was in a point where I just had a really good season the season before. I'd been through like my hassles with like the stuff in the US, with drugs and shit. Had a real wake up call. Spent the Perisher season before that living with an American couple in Jindy.
And they were
that I knew from Aspen. And they were pretty straight, drugs weren't part of their life, and they were in the gym and stuff, and I got my fitness to a point where I was really happy with it. And my skiing like really improved. And then went to Colorado.
O'Day with us, ABC.
Yeah, then went to Colorado and had a solid season over there, like good clients and skied some good snow and then came back ready to build on that. And it's funny, like, and then after he just was just like, you know, pretty much had just like written me off, you know, because of my past sort of history. You know, just thought I was a party boy and that, and like, you have no intent of, you know, I'll just turn up and, you know, you decide what you want to. And I just thought, well, fuck, like, what's the point of you then? And then because, you know, I've got now I really don't have any respect for you. Now I just think you're a cunt and I couldn't give a fuck about you. And you definitely can't give a fuck about me, so what's the point?
And so you did that sort of attitude, it didn't goad you to step up.
No, if he had a went, yeah, no worries, man. Like if you want to put in the work, I can, you know, I'll be here. You know, ready to help you. And it wasn't that at all.
And should we potentially swimming in the Seine?
I think she will. So the Seine was swamming overnight, so I think there was days and delays.
So then was it party season then after that?
And the women's and men's Olympic trials.
I just can't. I just went. You know what? Like, I'm already working in the best resort. I've already got a client list that rivals anyone else who's senior than me anyway. And why do I want to take all this time off work and not get money and go train when the trainer is just turning up to get his paycheck. You know, like,
how she's feeling. Her son's now a two-time Olympic medalist, and here's what she had to say.
So you backed out.
200 is a bit different beast than my 100. Like we were trying to break it down and analyse it today. Got through the 4x100 and that was exciting, don't get me wrong, thrill a minute and so amazing for the boys. But the 4x200 was a bit different because there was no real star power in that team. There's no Carl Chalmers who's usually there. There was 4 young boys that they've been around for a while, but they're still very young. Certainly there were 2 of them that were Olympic debutantes. It was like, can these boys actually pull this off? Because on paper, I think they were landing at around about 6th place. So as they got into the race and they went through it one after the other, it was like, this is becoming real. This is, you know, at one point it could look like they were going to get a silver medal.
Fiona Southam reflecting on Flint Southam's bronze medal. Grace O'Day with us with your local Olympics wrap. All of our local Olympians who are out there, including Hockey Roo, Grace Young, who have beat the US.
Yes, so I did tip to go 1-0. They went 3-0 over the US, so they're maintaining their dominance at the top of their
make their quarterfinals.
Really?
And Grace
is that
had a
every
great
year?
game. She was really strong in defence to help the Aussies keep that clean sheet.
Oh, it's for the
so
Olympics,
really continuing their dominant display at the Olympics. Goals to Willow Tree's Alice Arnott, Renee Taylor and Madison Brooks, along with a few brilliant saves by Jocelyn Bartram, which really sealed the win for the Aussies.
They got beat.
It guarantees
They got
that
beat
we're making
fucking
it to the
like
quarterfinals
6-0
in
from
the women's
Germany.
hockey, and so I'm very excited to keep
and then
watching their games.
And then they fought back to win.
Before we let you go, Grace,
6-5, I think, against
So they will hit
Uruguay, not Uruguay, like somewhere in
Go
Africa.
ahead. So there was obviously that storm system
And then they got
that was
pumped by the
in
USA.
French Polynesia that was causing havoc, but apparently conditions are back to normal. So Jack Robinson will be in his
How
quarterfinal.
can they be so
tonight.
inconsistent?
Thank you very much, Grace O'Day.
Thanks, Brady.
Cheers. And we're going to hear more from Flynn Southam's mum on his bronze medal grab in just a moment.
This is Bridie Tower on ABC North Coast.
Before we get to Fiona Southam, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations to Grafton's Grace Young, the Hockey Roos beating the US of A 3-1 in the hockey. A bronze for Flynn Southam from the Tweed, Moesha Johnson competing in the 1500 metre women's freestyle and coming 6th. Big shout out to all of the students at the Tweed River High School this morning. Moesha still has her next event to go where she will be swimming in the Seine, hopefully. We'll be watching with great interest for that one. But of course the big news from the Olympics is Jess Fox winning another gold medal in her canoe slalom. It's a funny word, that one, slalom event. And so well done to Jess Fox, who's doing incredibly well for Australia. Renata Gombach with today's news headlines. Good morning, Renata.
Morning, Brady. Thank you. The New South Wales Land and Environment Court yesterday upheld an appeal by developer Gold Coral, paving the way for 121 houses on land in Evans Head that has been the subject of fierce community opposition for more than 30 years. A woman has died following a crash near Tabulum yesterday morning. Emergency services were called to Paddy's Flat Road just before 10 a.m. after a single vehicle left the road and rolled. The driver, believed to be aged in her 70s, was unable to be revived. A police officer in the Northern region has been charged over allegedly accessing restricted data in the police computer system. The New South Wales Police Professional Standards Command began investigating allegations of misconduct in January. The 50-year-old man has been charged with 8 counts of accessing or modifying restricted data. He will face Tweed Head's local court in September. And 3 people have been arrested as a part of an investigation into drug supply in the Tweed. Officers stopping a vehicle at a service station in Chindra on Wednesday afternoon. A 37-year-old woman and 2 men aged 28 and 51 who were in the vehicle were taken to Tweed's Head Police Station for questioning. And there'll be more news at 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Renata.
Bridie Tanner on ABC North Coast.
Reporter Grace O'Day caught up with Flynn's mum, Fiona Southam, after celebrations concluded for his bronze medal.
The 4x200 was a bit different beast than the 4x100. Like we were trying to break them down and analyse it today. We got through the 4x100 and that was exciting, don't get me wrong, thrilling in it and so amazing for the boys. But the 4x200 was a bit different because there was no real star
tell you what,
in that
you know,
team.
back in the day when I was living in Orange,
we
used to get the best,
was 4 young boys that they've been around for a while, but they're still very young. Certainly there were 2 of them that were Olympic debutants.
They
like,
called
can
high
these boys
society.
actually pull this off? Because on
And,
paper I think they were landing
their
at around about
coke
6th
was
place.
like over 90%.
So as they got into the race and they went through it one after the other, it was like, this is becoming real. This is, you know, at one point it could look like they were going for a silver medal.
It's dangerous.
They
I
did
tell you, I
achieve
almost killed
something,
myself
you
a couple times.
beyond our wildest expectations, which was to get the bronze medal. It was absolutely awesome. We were totally hoarse by the 4x2.
You were telling me that you went out
They
to
used to
celebrate.
have
What was
the 3 grades, and the highest grade was that fire.
Yeah, it wasn't actually
my God,
with
was
the
it that
boys.
fire?
It was Speedo put on a function in one of the venues across the road from the pool. And it was for all of the Speedo supported athletes from Australia, UK and the USA. So we got to meet up with them, meet for the first time, parents of other athletes from the different countries, which was really exciting because you hear these other boys' names,
It's really cheap,
you see them
isn't
swim,
it?
you see all about them. But to get to meet the parents behind the scenes was really quite nice.
What was that like? Was there a bit of friendly rivalry in the room?
Certainly not with the Brits. That was all very supportive. The Americans, I think they still like to, they're very patriotic, shall we say, and very much into winning. So yeah, you know, different cultures.
Have you already thought about where the medals are going to go?
Well, I'm